And okay, so our topic for today would be all about proper etiquette and safety in the use of facilities and equipment. So aside from that, we will be, ako lang mahina ko face mask. Okay, aside from that, we will be also discussing the difference between warm up, cool down, and stretching. But before that, syempre, bago tayo mag-warm up or before we do a physical activity, let us first know the etiquette of using the equipments in the facility. Ay, by the way pala, equipment lang. Kasi walang plural yung equipment. Ayan. Pag equipment, ibig sabihin marami na yun. Okay? So, yun po. Okay. So, bakit kailangan natin malaman yung mga etiquettes in using the facility or any equipment that we have? Let's say, for example, we have your batchmates who go to gym, di ba? So, ano nga dapat yung gawin kapag nandun kayo sa gym? Or even in the school facility, kunwari, nagkaroon tayo ng gym dito. Asa. Okay, so when engaged in trainings and exercise, a lot of activities make use of the facilities and equipment. So aside from we are not only talking about pala here, yung mga gym na sinasabi like the dumbbells, barbells, and so, kasi meron naman sa class na dumbbells. Joke lang. Ayan, so aside from that, we also make use of the sports equipment. Di ba, nung junior high kayo, nag-volleyball kayo, di ba? Minanghirap sa akin, natin na nakabalik. Yun. So dapat, when we use of the school's equipment, let's say it's sports equipment or any physical equipment that we use in PE, dapat ito yung mga gagawin natin. Okay? The following guidelines are suggested to students to have a fair and safe usage and prevent possible accidents on using facility and equipment. Okay? So, yan siya. Okay, so we have 10. So, what to observe in using the facility and equipment? So, first, we have here, take care in using the facilities and equipment. Bakit kailangan alagaan? As number one, katulad ng sinabi dyan, the equipment and even the construction of the facility is pricey. Mahal. So let's, may nakita ako, one equipment would cost mga at least 10,000. So pag nasira niyo yun, sino magbabayad, di ba? So yun. So for us to maximize the usage of that equipment or even the whole facility, we make sure that when we use it, we take good care of it. Okay? Parang ano din yan? Parang yung mga lab apparatuses. Okay? Second is, use only the equipment that you only know how to operate. Huwag magbida-bida. Diba? Ay, gusto ko ito gamitin. Diba? Pero hindi pala tayo marunong. Diba? Nagtakbo tayo sa treadmill. Siyempre, bago mag-gana yun, may pipilitin tayo. Tapos hindi pala natin alam kung paano siya i-operate. So, ano nangyari? Napindot natin yung mabilis agad. So, pagtapak natin, na-aksidente tayo. Nadapak tayo sa treadmill. Aside from, harmful siya, nakakahiya. Diba? So, yun. Dapat, yung mga equipment lang na familiar tayo, yung gagamitin natin if no one is supervising us. Pero kung meron naman, seek help. So, kapag sa gym, may mga gym instructor naman doon. And kapag sa school naman, may mga teachers naman nag-a-assist sa inyo. Hindi naman kayo pinapabayaan nun, di ba? Yun. Okay? Third is that, be alert and aware in the training area. Okay? Or even in a space where you conduct your physical activity. Okay, third. Kapag na sinabi ko kanina, be alert and aware in the training area. Okay? Or in any space that you conduct your physical activity. Kasi malay mo natin na may nakaiwan na doon ng tumbler and tapakan niyo, pwede kayong mabago. Or anything that would obstruct our activity or any object that would obstruct our activity would cause harm to us. So dapat, when we are in the training area or even in the area where we held our physical activity, we should be alert and aware of our surroundings. Okay? Ayan. So, yan, nasabi, always practice care and alertness in your surroundings to avoid accidents and mishaps. Okay, next. In performing exercises and movement in general, practice good form first. Sige, bakit kaya? Anyone from the class? Bakit kailangan, sige.
Para hindi mo mabigla yung katawan sir sa patuloy dito sa hindi mabugbog.
Okay, very good. Para hindi mabiglat yung katawan natin. Kasi let's say for example, kunwari, first time natin sa gym, di ba? Tapos feeling naman natin, kaya natin magbuhat-buhat ng mabibigat kasi nag-edit na tayo sa bahay natin, kunwari. So ang pinili natin sa mga dumbbells yung pinakamabigat. So that's wrong. Bakit? Kasi maaaring mabigla yung muscle natin kasi syempre iba naman yung way natin pagbubuhat sa timbak sa sa dumbbell, di ba? So much better to start on the lighter weights before we proceed to heavier ones. Okay? Dapat i-condition natin yung katawan natin that we will be having a physical activity. So that's the purpose of having warm-ups and stretching. Okay? So later we will discuss that. Next po, bring back all the equipment in place after use. Just like the things that we see inside this classroom, or even when we have your experiments, when you are finished doing your task, and of course, di ba may mga equipments kayong ginamit, make sure that you bring back all those equipments or materials or apparatuses in place with proper racks or sa mga cabinet nila. Kasi, bakit? Kasi kapag naka-cluttered or nakakalat-kalat lang din yung mga equipment, maaaring masira yun. Or maaaring magdulot pa yun ng harm sa atin. May napatid sa dumbbell. Diba mga ganon? Okay? So after use, equipment must return to its original storage area to prevent having them misplaced, baka mawala, stolen, manakaw, syempre mahal yun, di ba? Or unnecessarily cluttered in the training area. Ayan. Next. Okay, do not hog the equipment. When we say hog class, we get used to stick on that specific equipment. Let's say for example, yung stationary bike. Kasi may task po kami sa PE, yung biking. So, kailangan mag-video ako na matagal dun sa stationary bike. Kasi nga, hindi ako marunong. And, kunwari, kapag pa kayo ng gym, nasa tagal na doon. Mali yung class. Dapat, when you use equipment sa gym, dapat may sinusunod tayong, may tinatawag na rotation system. Okay? Pag rotation system, ibig sabihin class, hindi lang dapat kayo mag-stay dun sa equipment na yun. Kasi what if kung yung equipment na yun is limited lang? Okay, syempre, maraming pupunta sa gym and maraming may gusto rin na gumamit na equipment na yon. So, anong gagawin? Kung yun lang yung alam ninyo, di ba? So, maghanap kayo ng ibang equipment na maaari nyo magamit, na alam ninyo, or kung di nyo man alam, you seek help to the person in charge. Okay? Wag lang yung parang buong 1 hour nyo dun sa gym, dun na kayo sa isang lugar na yun. Okay? So, yun po. Ayan. Next is return the equipment properly and leave the venue clean. So yan, as courtesy, dahil nga ito ay etiquette, di ba? Any equipment or facility that has been used should be clean and ready for the next user. Siyempre, class, di ba? Ano kayo sa tawag dito? Bench weight pa tawag. Basta dun sa bench. Lifting bench ba? Yun, sa bench kunwari. Siyempre, di ba, pawis kayo kasi workout. And then, syempre, napawisan nyo yung upuan. So, anong gagawin? Hindi nyo yun iiwan lang as an etiquette. Kasi, what if may sunod na gagamit? Diba? So, parang off naman, kung iwanan natin yung bench, diba? So, lalo na ngayon, COVID. So, kailangan, as we leave that bench or any equipment, we make sure na dapat wala tayong stray na naiwan doon. Like, Like, kunwari, yung pawis natin, or yung towel na ginamit natin, sinampay lang doon. So, yun. Dapat malinis. Kung paano nyo siya dinatnan, ganun nyo rin siya aalisan. Okay? Tapi may hugot pa. Okay. Next, check yourself. Practice proper personal hygiene and care. So, this is number 1, especially in times of pandemic, that, ayan. So, before you leave the premises of the facility, check yourself first before engaging to, balik na. Ito pala yung before. So, check yourself first before engaging to any activity. So, yon. So, baka may sugat pala kayo anywhere, or baka nangalay pa yung hindi nyo napansin, hinayaan nyo lang. So, yon. Tapos, after the workout, of course, you clean yourself. So, may towel naman na available kunwari sa gym, so you can use that. So, or maligo. Kasi, katulad na sinabi ko, especially in times of pandemic, baka may COVID yung naunang gumamit. Or may mga positive pala doon sa paligid. At least, naligo kayo after ng workout. Okay? So, yan. Move on the double. Do not loiter around or yung parang kakalat-kalat lang doon without doing nothing. Without doing anything. Ayan, or doing nothing. Ayan. So maximize the use of the equipment and venue for training. Stay in your designated area where you are assigned. And sabi, stay in your designated area, pero it doesn't mean na doon na kayo mag-stay forever. Okay? So, katulad ng sinabi sa nauna na do not, tawag dito, do not hog the equipment. Okay, ano sinasabi dito? May mga times kasi class na yung pagka-hug natin doon sa equipment, yung parang literal na hug na like, parang nandun lang tayo pero hindi naman tayo gumagamit. Diba? Like, nasa stationary bike tayo pero hindi naman tayo nagbabayad. Or doon tayo sa bench kung saan nagtatabras kunwari. Tapos nakaupo lang tayo doon, hindi naman talaga tayo nag-lift ng weight. So for the other people to of course use that equipment, dapat wala tayo doon, hindi tayo nakaupo lang doon. Okay? And lastly, as a general rule, always be nice. So hindi lang siya nag-a-apply class as an etiquette in using the facility and equipment, but in all cases. Okay? So by being courteous and friendly, you will improve the atmosphere in the facility and even in the classroom, di ba? So being helpful to others will always produce positive atmosphere of friendship and fun. So basically, this rule is universal. Okay, it applies to all cases. Ayan. So familiar na kayo sa mga guidelines or hindi siya guidelines, etiquette in using the facility and equipment. Ready na sa quiz? Anyway, sige. If you do, ayan, let's proceed to the warm-up versus stretching versus cool down. So, ang dami nagtatanong, ano yung pinagkaiba ng warm-up sa stretching? Kasi we can just, by looking, we can just differentiate the difference between the warm-up and cool down, diba? Kasi warm-up, yung pabalik ka na ng warm-up, cool down. Pero, alam natin kung ano yung warm-up and cool down. Pero para saan ba ka? Diba? Sige. Okay. Ano yung warm-up? So, warm-up helps prepare your body for anaerobic activity or strenuous activities, strenuous physical activities. So, a warm-up gradually revs up your cardiovascular system by raising your body temperature and increasing blood flow to your muscles. So, dapat lang, sa katawan natin naka-warm up before we engage ourselves to physical activities. Playing sports, ano pa ba? Yung tawag dito. Kunwari, yung naglinis-linis ka lang dyan, nagbuhat-buhat ka ng mabibigat. Yan. Kahit maglinis ka lang ng balikas, kailangan naka-warm up yung katawan mo kahit pa, naka-condition na siya. So, bakit? Kasi, pagka hindi nag-warm up usually yung katawan, yung mga muscles class, parang, tawag dito, parang hindi siya parang hindi nag-expand masyado. Okay? Kasi bakit nag-expand yung mga muscles? Kasi nga, parang yung blood flow ng katawan, yung circulation ng katawan natin, di ba, pag nag-warm up, yung temperature ng katawan tumataas. So, yung muscles natin, medyo nag-expand. Okay? And yung blood flow ng katawan, yung blood flow is medyo bumibilis. By doing that, nagkakaroon ng parang oxygen yung katawan natin for us to, parang kung na-stress yung muscle, di ba? Pag na-stress yung muscle, pag sinabi ng stress na na-force, gano'n, hindi siya nangangalay pag, afterwards, or hindi siya sasakit. Kasi nga, na-condition yung katawan. Okay? May mga critical tests like, ang nangyayari sa muscle, yung mga hormones and all, yun. Pero, in layman's term, yun nga. Dapat naka-warm up yung katawan. By what? Ano nangyayari pag nag-warm up? Yun nga, tumataas yung body temperature and tumataas yung blood pressure. Okay? So, yun. So, ayan. Warming up may also help reduce muscle soreness and lessen your risk of injury. Okay. So, bakit? Kasi ngayong katawan mo, class, nakagalaw-galaw na bago siya biglain. Halimbawa, sige, tawag dito, personal experience na lang. Ayun, kasi di ba pandemic, so wala talagang sports. And parang some of you tawag dito, some of you know that I play volleyball, like competitive. Diba? So one time class, last year, August yun, before magpasukan, parang na-introduce na sa akin na mag-beach volleyball. Ganon. Tapos anong nangyari, naglaro-laro lang ako. Imagine how long tayo na pandemic, di ba? Na walang sports, sa bahay lang kain-kain. So yung nangyari class, after ka maglaro, parang na-rip yung, may muscle daw na na-rip dito sa hita ko banda. Kasi nabigla siya. So yun, hindi ako nakatayo ng tapos pag umuupo ako, hindi ako makatayo tawag dito. Hindi ako makatayo agad kasi masakit. So yun, hindi ako naka-warm up ng maayos. Hindi na condition ng katawan ko. So, yun yung sabi sa akin tawag dito, nung friend ko na athlete talaga, sabi niya, nabigla na yung katawan kasi kulang sa warm up. So yun, kaya dapat important talaga yung warm up. Kasi nakaka-injury siya. So napapanood din minsan, di ba nagkakaroon ng mga ACL injury, yung mga natatapilo. Kasi parang yung paa kasi, hindi siya na-stretch na pag lumanding siya dun sa lupa, parang lapat na lapat. Pag kulang kayo sa stretching, saka sa warm up, ayan, dun siya mali yung landing. Okay? So yun, kaya importante yung warm up. Okay. So sir, anong kinaibahan ng warm up sa stretching? Saka ano ba yung mauuna, warm up or stretching? So sasagutin natin yan ngayon. So stretching is one of the warm-up activities. Okay? Pero kung si warm-up, yung main goal niya is to, pataasin yung body temperature and para pabilisin yung blood pressure or increase the blood pressure. Si stretching naman, yung goal niya primarily is that to keep the muscles flexible. Not only the muscles but also yung joints and yung tendons, mga ganon. Okay? Kasi bakit? Pag nag-stretching tayo class, yung range ng sa joints natin, mas nagiging malaki. Okay? Baka yung dito sa elbow nyo, pag nag-stretching kayo, baka hindi nyo siya ma-extend to its full stretch niya. Kaya kailangan siya stretching. Parang din yan siyang class, alam niyo yung hinge ng pintuan? Diba yun? Di ba imagine na for so many years, so nakasara lang yung door, ano nangyayari sa kalawang? Di ba? Nagkakalawang, tapos tumitigas siya. Hindi siya mabuksan na maayos, di ba? Pero once na yung door, lagi siya nagagamit, mas smooth yung pagbukas natin ng door. Ganon din siya sa stretching. Okay? As long as we exercise our joints regularly, yun, less yung pagtitigas ng mga joints natin. Okay? So, ayan. So, sana yun? Ayan nga. Stretching is one of the warm-up activities which goal is to primarily keep the muscles flexible, strong, and healthy. And we need that flexibility to maintain a range of motion in the joints. Without it, the muscles shorten and become tight. Then, when you call on the muscles for activity, they are weak and unable to extend all the way. And that puts risk on your muscles. And baka magkaroon ng strains and even muscle damage. Temporarily or permanently. Okay? So, yun siya. So, ano mauna, sir? Warm-up or stretching?
Warm-up.
Siyempre, warm-up muna, class, di ba? Kasi kailangan maglambot muna yung katawan ninyo by increasing the temperature and by boosting the blood pressure. Pero class, kung tatanungin ako, yung stretching ba sa warm up? Yes. Okay? Kumbaga, pansinin nyo class, sino mga athlete dito? Medyo lang. Ano ba volleyball? Ang ginagawa niyo muna? Nag-uulat muna kayo or na kayo? Diba? Yun yung siya class. Usually, ang mga exercise na inuunan natin is yung mga mabibigat. So, kapag nag 1, 2, 3, medyo yun siya class, medyo off. Okay? So, yun. Usually, yung mga ginagawa natin pag stretching, muna, yung mga galaw-galaw talaga muna. Warm up. Galaw-galaw muna bago yung mga ulat natin. Okay? So, yun po. And lastly, class, ito yung medyo nakakaligtaan natin. Hindi tayo nagpo-cool down. Okay? So, bakit kaya importante yung cool down? So, cooling down after you work out allows for the gradual recovery of pre-exercise heart rate and blood pressures. So, cooling down may be most important, bakit may be most important for competitive endurance athletes such as marathoners because it helps regulate the blood flow. Ayun, class. Bakit kailangan yung cool down? Kasi class ganito, di ba napansin nyo, minsan, di ba may marathon or kunwari yung long walk lang, di ba sabi wag daw umupo bigla? Bakit? Kaya,
Titigilin yung blood flow. Yung sa
kasi,
titigilin yung blood flow.
aside from that, kasi ganito, di ba pag may activity na like running or walking up for a long time, yung ano natin, yung heart natin nagpapump ng mabilis. Tama? Parang pagod, yung term. Tapos yung blood circulation natin is of course mabilis din. Ngayon kapag umupo tayo, yung pressure sa ulo natin, mas mabibigla yung kumbaga yung dugo papunta sa ulo. And dun usually nagpapos na mga stroke, aneurysm, and all. And di ba minsan nahihilo? Same way goes din kunwari kapag nakayuko kayo tapos bigla kayo nagtayo. Kasi nga parang nabigla yung dugo na nagpump bigla sa ulo. So yun yung mga ganong cases class can cause mga problems sa brain and even in the other parts of the body. So kailangan yung cool down. Okay? Kapag kayo class, kunwari, kapag may sports kayo, kunwari, or napagod kayo, pahinga kayo ng sandali. Bago nyo biglain yung katawan nyo to do the other things. Okay? So may question po? Bilis lang, di ba? Wala question? Di na ako masyado magpapa-activity sa consultation sa inyo. Kasi class, di ba, nandun na rin yun sa performance task. Yes. So, yun. Okay. Ngayon, class, okay, for your first quiz, you have your first quiz, di ba? Sabi. Sa orientation yung class, every discussion, there is a quiz. Ilang items daw yun? Gusto natin? Wala, di ba? So, don't worry. For the first quiz, it's only 10 items. So, saan yung sasagutan? We will be uploading your quiz on the Google Classroom. So, it's in the form of Google Forms. Tapos 10 items yon. So, ayun class. Okay? And then, of course, for the warm-up, stretching, and pull-down activity, you already finished that, I believe, diba? So, yun. So, do you have any other concerns? Okay, so if you wish to have the copy of the presentation, after our lesson this morning, I will be sharing this to your teachers and we will upload this in the Google Classroom. Okay? No more concerns? Okay, if there's none, I think... Open.